Arsenal's Champions League quarter-final draw with Bayern Munich has brought about a bucket-load of narratives. Will the Gunners be able to avenge their various thrashings at the hands of Bavarians in years gone by? Can they begin a dynasty of their own by ending that at the Allianz Arena? Will Mikel Arteta deliver the knockout blow to Thomas Tuchel? And then there's Harry Kane, who will come up against Arsenal for the first time since leaving bitter rivals Tottenham Hotspur last summer. Kane departed Spurs as the all-time leading scorer in the history of the North London Derby and was a continual thorn in Arsenal's side during his time down the other end of the Seven Sisters Road. Here's everything you need to know about his record versus Arsenal. In 19 meetings with Arsenal while at Tottenham, Kane scored 14 goals. He has only found the back of the net more against two other sides, Everton, 16, and Leicester City, 20. Of those 14 goals, 7 came from the penalty spot, while 10 of his strikes were either an equaliser or a goal to put Tottenham ahead on the day. Kane has scored the winning goal against Arsenal on 2 occasions. Kane's first game against Arsenal proved to be rather memorable. The Gunners' trip to White Hart Lane in February came right as the striker was announcing himself to the world as the Premier League's next biggest star. Mesut Ozil gave Arsenal an early lead in the early kickoff. But Tottenham swarmed their rivals for the rest of the game. Kane came up with an equaliser from a corner just after half-time and then hung high in the air to head in a cross from Nabil Bentaleb with only 4 minutes remaining. At full-time, Kane turned to the TV cameras and joyfully exclaimed, "Got to love a North London derby." Kane made a habit of stepping up in games against the Premier League's Big Six at Tottenham, and Arsenal were his most favoured foe. After scoring a brace in his first game against Arsenal in 2014-15, Kane scored twice in his 2 Premier League meetings with the Gunners in the following season, including one of his best-ever goals in a 2-2 draw, ripping off a protective mask in ecstasy. The final North London derby goal at White Hart Lane was scored by Kane from the penalty spot, having been fouled by Gabriel Paulista in a 2-0 victory. Kane was also the scorer of Spurs' only 2 goals against Arsenal at the new Wembley Stadium, grabbing the winner in a 1-0 victory in 2017-18 and then the equaliser as they drew 1-1 a season later. His final goal for Tottenham versus Arsenal came in their 3-1 loss at the Emirates Stadium in October 2022.